Hello, welcome in the Hinterland Manifesto. We are today doing a new wave spell. We're doing a reading for the wave spell that is starting on the 5th of August and it runs all the way through to the 17th of August, so from a blue solar seal of the storm all the way up to the solar seal of the monkey, the magic monkey here. So we have here the castle of 52 days and we are gonna do now your reading of the storm. Let me read the affirmation. Magnetic storm, magnetic blue storm. I unify in order to catalyze, attracting energy. I seal the matrix of self-regulation with the magnetic tone of purpose. I'm guided by my own power, doubled. So, let's see your reading, dear collective. So it's a collective reading, the first reading of this wave spell, and let's see what we have for you. Okay, there jumped almost a pile out, but as a matter of fact these are two cards, only two cards, but this is almost like some kind of warning. 5 of Swords, about Page of Pentacles, some kind of alignment, could be planetary alignment, but I'm thinking here we're talking here about the storm, the Page of Pentacles, so the situation, what I just explained, that I'm doing a reading for the storm wave spell, so 13 days in the Tolkien count. So yeah, you can see if this reading resonates here on the Tolkien count, or on the traditional Tolkien count, or on the DNA count. But 5 of Swords is quite hectic. It's like what a storm is. A storm is, how to say, remember the poem I just read, the affirmation. It's all about catalyzing. So in the eye of the storm, it's much more calmer. Page of Pentacles. So if you are in the 5 of Swords, okay, let there be a 5 of Swords, but here we are in the eye of the storm, Page of Pentacles, and we see here a 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is focus, really focus, so the center here of the storm. So let's see. So I think we will have different stories here. We can tell the story from out of the viewpoint of the 5 of Swords, or we can speak about it as a Page of Pentacles in this. Let me arrange the cards. So, and let's see. We're ready to shuffle. We have already one card out, the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, the storm, the eye of the storm. So the wheel turns, of course, the Wheel of Fortune. However, I'm not sure. However, that's not the right word, but stay in the center here. It can turn all the ways, all the time. The wheels turning, shifting, changing, modulating things. And here, right in the center, is for this time a really great place to be, to find yourself in here. So collective, we're seeing here many people, 3 of Cups, doing this together, almost a celebration, a round up. I was seeing it was almost like people are in the center, but also people lining up at the side. So it's like there comes a space into existence here in between, and here all those people here included. So it can be you have to use your senses, Queen of Cups, to attract some people here, because we see here there is a floor empty here. So an empty floor. Ace of Swords. So the cutting here. So an empty floor. I'm getting here about cutting of grain or plants, so powders. Again, the sun, so solar food powders. And the Knight of Wands. Okay, so artists. So I'm getting here making food, artistic food. So I'm thinking here about Tomasi, so the futuristic cookbook. Yeah, of course, solar food and everything. Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's quite futuristic. Knight of Wands and Tomasi. Yeah, the futuristic cookbook. Well, he was actually a food sculptor, so there was yeah, a different way to approach your dining habits. For example, the food is rearranged in color, in texture, in form. And while dining, the dining experience gets mixed up with musics or not, musics or no musics or sounds, with your perception of touch. For example, if you take something with a stick, for example, because there are no forks or knives. For example, you can eat with your hands. But for example, you can place also sticks in the foods. I'm thinking here of the little girl with the matches, the story when she's looking through the window and seeing all the foods in the different windows. Everyone got something different. But when she's alone with her matches, seeing things in the fire, she starts really to see what she wants, the food, what she wants, the coziness that she wants, while dying, while being in the storm, while going to another world. So the matches lighting up, so each stick, for example, has got another texture. For example, there are like... you see here the sprouts, the little plants growing on the sticks. So it could be that there are on the sticks, for example, different kinds of textile or elemental yeah, little objects attached. So that while you're tasting it, you're touching something different every time, or the surrounding is suggesting something different or another atmosphere or a mix, while the perception of taste or nutrition values and experience really change. So I'm getting here maybe in 10 days, Knight of Wands. In 10 days we are on the 10th day of the wave spell. It's about manifestation. And the 10th day is here on a star, so arts and everything. So very artistic here, Knight of Wands. Or red-haired people, giants, or giant a food experience. So it could be you're walking, so doing some kind of yeah, walk while thinking, while rearranging, catalyzing. Could be really energy walks in a city, for the city or for the village or for the fields around, Knight of Wands. So running around the fields, running around the ocean, running around the desert, running around the lake. So it can also be here with the pyramids. There is some kind of room or healing atmosphere where you're going. Storm is a very healing energy, Ace of Swords, and a very cutting energy also. We have here the Three of Cups, still here, with the Five of Wands, with the Five of Coins. So it's like those people come, or you... We started some readings ago about some kind of dinner. Maybe this is the same, I'm not sure, of course. So take it how it resonates. Well, let's do one more round of glyphs. So we take another deck. Yeah, from the 5th of August until the 17th of August is the wave spell of the storm. So yeah, let's see. I mean, 10 days is a long way until artistic manifestation. But first there's the process of the mind, and then there's the process of air, let's say like this. And then there's the process up to manifestation. So Ace of Swords and the solar food. So here the Wheel of Fortune. So the machines where the solar food is made in. A big shift, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, very interesting. I mean, if I would have such a machine in my van, it would be very nice for example, yeah, making, mixing it in the solar foods with the infrastructure that I have now. Knight of Wands. So very inspirational, solar foods. Wheel of Fortune, let's see. Yeah, the devil. So this is a new industry. The devil business. I'm not sure if you heard about it. Could also be about herbs. We talked about herbs and powders. So the mixing of herbs and powders. So make sure your nutrition is well, yeah, how to say, processed. So make sure that before you buy it, it's from good quality, or see how it is processed. But other way around, make sure you process it right, so that it's, for example, yeah, you don't have to boil it all the way down or something. So raw foods and everything. Or spicy. Ace of Swords. So clear food. So it could be there is alphabet on the food also. Or there is a celebration, there is an event. There's a real point sticking out here. Ace of Swords. Yeah, the King of Swords. Yeah, King of Swords is as well space engineers, for example, could be here space food and everything. So we saw here already in this channel, in the Hinterland, in the CargoCult and in the Manifesto, seeing different people, King of Swords, working on the space shuttles, food in space. For example, also the crops, plants, growing in space, growing in oceans, growing in more difficult surroundings for the plant. So there are some adaptations. So it can be you're trying out some roots, for example, on hills or something, way up. It's like you're taking a root of a cold, a plant who can handle cold very much. Germany, maybe, I don't know. The judgment. So yeah, waking up the dead. So mixing parts of plants or robotic plants. What we saw some readings ago. Robotics who take care of plants. So robots who are planning. King of Swords. So here King of Swords is also the butcher. So we see here the butcher with a knife. So yeah, we're talking here also about the judgment. So you see all those people here in the coffin, or could also be animals, of course. Yeah, let's go on with the reading. In the camera I rebooted it because the card was full, so I just erased some of the older videos, but they are online. So there was a full pile here. The Magician with the Ace of Pentacles. So the magic of this process, the magic of this solar food. So the materie here, the Ace of Pentacles, the magic here. Consciousness reversed. I mean, Two of Cups. It's like Two of Swords, Two of Cups. Yeah, I mean, people are not aware of this. Two of Swords reversed, or they don't accepting it. Two of Cups. Yeah, here it's like, oh, it will be too difficult to follow. I mean, who wants to follow these artistics? Who want to do this exchange? Will this exchange and the investment bring abundance for 5 of coins? So, for example, hunger, poverty, and all these things. But here clearly I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles and the Magician. I mean, a magician works with the elements. The magician, our free will, our communications. And here it's like, it's only a start. 2 of Swords reversed. So, it's like, I don't know, it's like the 2 of Cups, it can splinter up. It can be like, I mean, I don't understand why you would fight or combat or trying to convince those people. Look how hard this is. 10 of Wands. Like, I mean, it's like, okay, it could be interesting that all those people follow, make their investment and see the word, 6 of Wands to follow all this. But here I clearly see some magic, Ace of Pentacles and the magic here. Magic or the manifestation. Let's take one more deck. So here the farmer, 7 of coins. Yeah, that's why there is like some kind of trouble or conflict. But it could be whatever. We are here talking in a storm wave spell, so it can go. It's quite wild, it's quite rough, and people can get how to say, meegesleurd. The storm, the wind can take them and they end up in some kind of vortex, and yeah, it gets hectic and everything. But here we see this 7 of coins is quite tranquil. So the free space, the room that comes, for those who are not in the eye of the storm, still there is some kind of platform, room, a space, clear, open. Okay, there can come some people. It's like, from the moment when they touch that place, it's like the sound plates when you connect sound to water or to iron, and you put powders on it, and the sound makes the powders move and you get mandala structures. Well, the parts where there are no powders, there is actually, it's the most wild. I mean, if you go stand there, it's more difficult than to go stand on the drawing lines where the how to say, it's like the plate is like vibrating, trilling, and if you stand where there's nothing, there is the trilling, the vibration, and it will move you to get to a nice place where you can handle the event or yourself coping with whatever is happening. So being in the eye of the storm, being on the right place, being in the center, and whatever sound there will become up, it's important that people know that, how to say, I mean, it would be stupid for such relaxed farmers to go stand on the plates where it's the most hard vibrating and making yeah, how to say, energy. But actually we have to see the whole wheel of smoke. We have to see everything here. So here the magician. So we have to know that this is a process, and it's not about where you stand, because the plate will change. Wheel of Fortune, how to say, the plates are changing. So yeah, as a matter of fact, talking about plates, Ace of Pentacles, I'm not sure how is it with you, but at least with me, I had to go somewhere, and there was food. Actually, there were people, and there was food, and there were plates on the table, but it was getting quite dark already, and yeah, I did not realize really what was going on. I mean, there was food and plates, but I was not paying attention to it, and in a glance of my eye, I saw the table with plates. But in the glance of my eye, I thought it was another plate, Wheel of Fortune. There were white plates, and suddenly I saw everywhere like satellites on the table. So I thought they were like discs, so it was in the glimpse of my eye. And I was like, whoa, this table is full with satellites. But then I realized, like, oh no, these are no satellites. So for example, the project of the satellite Starlink, they are a little bit bigger, but I saw like these really small ones. But then I realized, no, this is a plate. But it lasted quite a short time, the realization, and it was quite funny. I was like, oh, how can I be so obsessed almost? But I see nothing here of obsession, but it's just an anecdote to show you the difference of, I mean, yeah, I've really not a point to make here, but I just had to tell this. Okay, we take one more round before we go on. We have the sun, so the solar food again. So yeah, it could also be algae, so algae, or powders or of some kind. Page of Wands, something where you can live with in the desert. So it could also be, of course, water. But the Page of Wands is a traveler, something what you can take while you travel, while you're being in your car. Something, yeah, we saw raw food in the other readings. Temperance. Temperance is mixing up here. It's cups. So yeah, it's in a way, it feels that you're trying other foods, but with this mixing up, I'm getting, you're mixing up your ingredients, altered on how your birth chart is, or on the tendencies. Yeah, 9 of Swords, so it can be here you're dreaming about foods. So yeah, you get much energy about out of this. Interesting. And we have the 7 of Cups, so dreams, visualization. Okay, so it can be drawings of foods, drawings of futures, drawing of the Wheel of Fortune, drawings of the plate. So it can be you're putting something really in drawers. So like you have like many possibilities here. Wheel of Smoke, like each side of the story is in your possibilities, is in the realm of yeah, 7 of Cups is in the realm of, how to say, yeah, creating evidence, creating a manifestation. Ace of Pentacles and the Magician, from out of these clouds, from out of this, yeah, formlessness almost. And the Emperor here. Someone takes charge. Okay, one more deck. Let's zoom in a little bit. So here's your card painting. We see almost all the cards. So let's see. Let's place them a little bit open for in case we pick up on the story what was out already. But at least I see here many cards lying out, so we can dive into detail, but not in this session. So let's see. So thank you for joining this session here, for working together. So you might be partnering up here with people, partnering up with the sun. So really, yeah, with strength. Actually, the sun is your main sign, your sun sign. So yeah, see what your sun sign. Probably you are aware what your sun sign is. So for example, if you're an Aries, if you're here 5 of Cups, a Scorpion or water sign, see what elements are the foods that you're eating or the foods that you like. So partnering up can be with farmers here, helping them working in the garden or watering the plants, because they're here with all the sun. And an Ace of Swords, clarifying the Ace of Swords with the 7 of Cups. It's like, okay, we need a clarification on the 7 of Cups, what comes here. Let's see, we have the 2 of stick, so the focus, the pinpoint, what actually is here, the epicenter. Yeah, yourself here. Look at this. It's you who are doing this collective. The 4 of coins, so all together here, 4 of coins, making attracting materia. Look how this materia is, it's in front of the heart. Really, it's an exchange here. You're exchanging something. And that's the most important thing here, that at least there is an exchange. With the exchange, there is a move. 2 of Swords, so the movement eventually of this decision making of consciousness. So you're really trying to do your effort to make better decisions. 3 of Swords. So to not make any decision in a 3 of Swords energy. It's like whenever you are in a 3 of Swords, so yeah, we are in the storm wave spell. You can go from out of the center. So the storm wave spell, yeah, so I'm using it as an example. It's yeah, a way to navigate on the readings here. So yeah, but to, yeah, see how it resonates. We have out the lover, the beminde, past life, and your true self. And intimiteit. Okay, so you're thinking of somebody who you love, who you know already, past lives, and true self. It's like you want to see them or something, or you want to get close to them. Intimiteit here, your true self. Okay, interesting. Nice. So it can also be here with past lives and lover. You want to communicate with people on the other side. Or you're looking for ways. So it keeps you calm in a way, I think. Or it don't have to be people. It can also be energies, rooms. And the Fool. Okay, so let no one disturbs you. Let no fool come in when the energy is building up in the room or in the event. I mean, make sure that there is no one who is actually like, how to say, a mole. So, someone who, yeah, the kluizenaar, how to say, the kluizenaar, the hermit, is the best worker here, the best worker. So it has to work. The door is here closed, so let the ceremony begin, I'm hearing. And here, if there are coming people on the door, and actually, yeah, they can come in, okay, if they're really participating here. But if they're not, it's like, no, don't come in. You actually, the alchemy already is in the room. You know, the ceremony started. If people are not aware of your efforts, I mean, you're trying to be in the center of the storm, not in the center of attention. And if you those fools come in like, hey, what's happening here? What are you doing? And then coming in like, hey, I am the fool here. I'm the fucking fool. You can say like, yeah, you're the fucking fool. Okay. Blow your horn. So here we see someone blowing the horn. It might be important. There has to be someone who has to blow the horn in the storm, in the middle of a storm. So let them outside and let them blow their horn. Well, yeah. Let's see. We have out justice. Yeah, fair enough. Justice. Yeah, they might say, the fool might say, hey, but I am the fool. I can do also anything I want, and we are in a storm. So let me do my thing. Yeah, fair enough. Let them do their thing. 3 of Swords, at least, as long as they don't bring in pain or whatever. I mean, pain or the storm itself. This is the card of storm, of weather and everything. So if the fool comes in like, hey, I want to come in here, is it fair enough to come in, justice? And then like they take their horn. Look at how the aura is. We talked a lot about auras and the elm of fire, and here we see even a bigger line around. We see all the different layers here in this card. Well, if the Fool is quite powerful, they're the zero, okay, the center, the whole, in a way, but how to say, it's not because they're the Fool. I mean, a Fool can encounter anything. It's not because they're just rebellious and they do what they want, that when there is something real, for real, going on, that they can come, just to come, and then to get the attention because, hey, I'm blowing the horn and I'm the Fool, I make a storm, I am the storm. This is populism. I mean, why does a Fool trying to bring influence on people? Why this Fool knows nothing what's going on behind all these other cards. Justice, fair enough, let them in or don't let them in, but if they come in, no, they are here for 3 of Swords, they are here for the storm. But why and how can justice say, like, hey, we agreed something, why are you coming to push here? I mean, there are many Fools. There are like thousands of Fools already into the justice here, into the justice card. I mean, yeah, we will go on. I take another deck. We take the Romance Angels. I mean, the Fool, it's like, then they come in and they will make so lots of noise and everything. So keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So keep an open mind. I'm not sure who I'm talking about for you. But keep an open mind if this is the case, that when there is some kind of situation like this, that you are like justice. You can let them in. But no, when they start blowing their horn, I mean, yeah, you have to address something here to them. Passion, yeah, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I mean, is everyone is in the same atmosphere or creating the magic, the passion? Why should a Fool come in, blow the horn to say, hey, there's a storm? It's like, yeah, we know there's a storm, but we are in the center of the fucking storm. So stop blowing the horn. The storm is outside. You're making a replica. So it's like you have to really say to them, keep an open mind, because they're dancing on the plate where there is the space, but the space gets energy that, how to say, the Fool can hear dance all the time with his noise machine and dancing and like, hey, I don't mind nothing. I just do whatever I want. It's like, yeah, no, you can do whatever you want in this valley, but the valley itself is moving. And if you just, yeah, how to say, yeah, it's like they don't acknowledge it. It's like you're trying to experiment here with the storm and with everyone included, and like the Fool comes and saying like, I don't have to, but I want to come in your experiments, and then I do what I want, and I will make a replica, and I will just blow the horn, blah blah blah. I would say like, yeah, okay, no, keep an open mind. This is an interesting energy, the Fool. So make sure that you address this, that this person or these persons come to the center, that they find their peace of mind, because all the way around they keep on blowing the horn, bringing a storm in a storm in a storm. I mean, probably they work together with a mirror or something. So, yeah. Allee, I mean... What do we have? We have the King of Swords. Okay, for real. And the 10 of Cups. This is, yeah, like 10 of Cups. These are many people, many families happy for the King of Cups, the Space Lord, the Butcher, so the one who cuts everything, so cutting the ties. I mean, with cutting the ties, it means that the wheel shifts, the wheel changes. Everything is still there, it's in a way the same materials and everything, but it changes. And here the King of Swords, the Space Lords, the Engineers, the Genies. These two cards are very here connected here. So the Fool and the King of Swords, so Aquarius and Uranus here. So it's like the King of Swords is so intelligent that he typically knows what to do with those fools blowing the horn, making this radiation to bring them to whatever place it is here that is available. But once this arrangement is open in a way, because there is here, we saw in the beginning of the reading, there is space. This will make much more people happy some way around. Because I see justice here. That's why I'm saying this. It's like justice is standing here, and before the Fool comes in, she shows her swords. She shows her sword, her truth, clarity, and then she shows the balance to the Fools. Like, hey, before you come in, pause this. And it's what they want also. They want to pause, but you're just asking a little bit. If you pause next to the blades, the sword of Excalibur, everyone can try, and then pause the scales, and we see how the scales move. You see for yourself how your scales are moving, and come in when they're balanced. This is all about the storm, Wastewell, the center. So when they're balanced, there can be something, the catalyzing, catalyseren. Only then, I think, it when it balances, it can stand still, but it also can move when it balances. So, okay, we keep an open mind. Okay, let's give the flower cards. We have a flip, and it is Belladonna. Silence, listen more, and quiet be. Cactus flower. And we have tuberose, desire. Be certain of where you place your passion. So I think this is for the energy of the Fool. If these are people or energies, I don't know for you how this is for you. But the energy of the Fool is always no, rebellious in a way. Also, with here the Aquarius, futuristic. So be certain where you place your passion. So I mean, it's like a part of this Fool really has to, be connected with this shift, with this wheel of fortune, and eventually, if it's possible that the Fool understands what's going on, because it's new, it don't know nothing. It's like, for example, learning artificial intelligence, the learnings. Well, they have to learn, these Fools have to learn from the moment when they are here in the center, in the calm, in the kalmte, and when they start then blowing the horn of the storm. So again, repeating or reproduction in a way, but it's much more effective. Or it's much more, effective. I mean, everything will be effective or will affect something, but just something is different when the storyline would, Fool is here very, I never saw such almost radical, and the mentality of this, I don't fully comprehend it. So that's why I'm doing this reading. I did not know about this, but now in this reading I know, I see, and I took another flower. The heart sees, compassion, treats a little more tenderly. So okay. I'm not sure how you associate with the Fool. So if it's you, sorry if this was offending in a way, like to say like, hey, new things and all these things are yeah, the energy of the Fool and the shift. So we have to know this is happening, and the Fool is of course like, no, I want to be free. I want to do what I want. Yeah, I understand. Do what you want, but then don't come here to stand at the door of justice. Like, hey, let me come in however I am. It's like, no, sorry. Justice is here. So we have here Stefanotis, cooperation. Take the hand offered or asked. Like, this is an alignment. Okay, really. They want to really work together, both sides. And here the king of the king of space, the space lord, even the space travel lord, the time travel lord, even is getting quite happy, and many people are getting happy. So it can be here also some kind of protest about food or something, but yeah, I'm like, okay, let's see. So let's, oh, there were 2 flower cards in this deck. So the Mottogierde and the stock. So yeah, maybe you have to stock some food or something, like in your car or something. Protection, strong protection magic for the family and the home. That's what we're seeing here. I mean, you're unbothered by the storm. You're unbothered by a storm who is a fool. Protection, you're protected. Strong protective magic, so very strong. So something, an update or very strong material here. Protective or protein magic, food magic for the family and the home. This is for everybody. This is for the family and the home. This is cozy and everything. Earth, yeah. Ask the element of earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. Chaos, yeah, the storm and everything. So ask it. Ask. I mean, you're only asking as a justice. You're here as justice collective. As justice, you're saying, okay, fair enough. But if you want to pass this point, everyone can pass, but everyone will pass the sword and the scales. So nice, Earth. Yeah, I think this was almost your reading. Because with the 3 cards here behind the advice and the past slides, I will take one more deck. Let's play one more round. It's the Pixie deck again. So Rider Waite, the Spirit deck. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, Consciousness, 2 of Swords almost is out. It's still here in the deck. And we have the Magician, so consciousness, conscious magic, the magic of the food, the magic of the plate. So the Magician here is, yeah, could be a real magician, or a house of some magician, or the elements, the things he or she uses, or this person here is included in, yeah, bringing messages out. Knight of Swords, around this consciousness, around this decision making. So the Magician is important, and the 2 of Swords is important. We saw it in the last session. I'm still releasing the videos of the way spell of Kimi. So the Kimi, the death, the way spell of the death here, castle of death where we are, the hermit, the ghost. So yeah, interesting. So this was your reading. Thank you for joining me, and see you later. Bye bye. So could also be a book here, Ace of Pentacles.